Good Monday morning, everybody. We're back out on the farm this morning. Had a good, fun, snowy weekend, so we'll see what this week holds for us. Go get the old road tractor hooked up to the dump trailer. Yeah, so we're back here getting some beans loaded up right now, so I'll get some footage of this. I'm on top of the world up here. Just kidding, I'm on top of the grain bin. So here's the fans. This is our drying bin. These are pretty much our two fans. They sound like jet engines when they are running. And then they fuel off of these two propane tanks. And then inside we have a stirrator, which sits there and it basically just stirs it around. It brings the dry grain from down here in the floor. So probably the floor of the grain bin is about right here, and what it does, it's got a bunch of little holes in it, and it goes, and that dry hot air comes up, goes in, and then the stirrator goes around in there and it moves around, and it's got little tiny augers, and it pulls the grain up to the top. That way it's a continuous flow of grain all the time while it's drying. Got the meeting of the minds over here. So I was just asking my dad and my cousin how long it used to take to like load grain up in this. They would say like maybe 35 to 40 minutes. I think my great grandfather put this up like back in the 60s. It's a very slow elevator. It was basically, it's like geared down to move peanuts. And what we used to do is we would go over in the pit over there, and we would dump the peanuts with these drying trailers, and then they would come up the elevator and come down the chute right here, and we would load the blue 10-wheeler up when we had high sides on it. We put the high sides on it, load it up with peanuts, and then carry them to the local buying station. And then if they were really dirty, we used to have this old shaker right over here. It one day she just kind of fell off when she got old and rusty. I used to sit up there. I remember when I was little watching that thing. It would spin around and it would shake the peanuts, and then they come out the chute and we'd load the truck up that way too. So I know some people would probably ask, well, why are you using an old auger? Well, I mean, that system, we can load that truck up in 20 minutes. It takes, the bushels just, they move quickly. Let's go climbing. Yep, so I went to town, got some stuff, and while I was at it, I was at Napa, I was like, there's a car wash right beside. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go wash my truck. But hey, at least she's not salty anymore. I spent like $4 on it, so not a lot lost there, so it's cool. So I ran to Tractor Supply and got a spare tire for the trailer. Me and my cousin are gonna run down to North Carolina tomorrow and go pick up a couple things that got at a farm auction, so let's try this out. Well, that was easy. Here's the old 8420 with the hood off. That's the only thing. What happened is the 8010 series had a metal hood on it. And when you got all this horsepower right here, man, this thing will shake a hood. And John Deere decided, hey, let's try soybean plastic. And sure enough, the soybean plastic did not hold up like it did, but their hoods have gotten a whole lot better. So we're gonna try this out and see if it works. Usually there's a replacement hood you can buy for them, but they're like $5,000. And who's trying to spend $5,000 if you can try to do it this way? So hopefully it works out great. So in the last video, I was talking about the wheat like cover crop. So check this out. I just noticed when I was coming up here, it's like a very palish green. Well, what it did is when that snow was on top of it, it kind of went into like a dormant stage. So with it being a winter crop, it just kind of protected itself from the snow. So I guarantee we come back out here in a couple days, this cover crop will be very, very dark green because it is currently, it's going through a phase. But yeah, we're gonna check back on it in a couple days, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool to see. Well, that's gonna do it for today. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll catch you next time.